is definitely going private about her relationship. She's not going to be doing the social media thing anymore.
She has actually been a private person. It's not because
Before
T-Bills actually spilled the whole thing. I don't think she would have gone to social media and started saying a lot of stuff.
Seriously. Because, I mean, before we even saw her son's face, Jam, it was a long
I think
time.
it's because of the commercial the baby was to do.
Yeah,
I think so because of that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think it was because of the commercial.
Lots of money. Guy is already a model. All right, guys, 40 minutes down 12 noon, and on She Tribe today, we're discussing couple finances. How much should you know about your spouse's finance? All right, should you know every drop of money your wife has, every asset, everything she owns, and the other way around? Should a woman know everything about a man, everything about his money? All right. Now, if you ask me, there's, like you said, there's two sides to it. I would think that it's not a bad thing for your wife to know everything about your money, because women naturally are economists. They know how to manage. They know how to make it work, But on the other hand, like you said the other time, there are ladies who just want to spend it all.
Yes. That's ladies. No. Most times, Kiki, I think it's when they are married. When you're married, when you're married and you people have a lot of things to do, it's going to be September in a few days. Tomorrow is September, and kids have to return to school. You need to cut down your expenses. So I think both man and wife should be open to each other concerning their finances, because you don't expect me as your wife to tell you about my finances and you keep a lot to yourself. That won't be fair, because even counselors before your wedding, they tell you have a joint account and all that.
Yeah, so having a joint account is even one. You only put the money I want you to know about. Then there's still secret account somewhere.
I think it's necessary, especially with the way the economy is, the current situation of the country. If I know you earn so much and I don't get that much from you, if there are some people now, they are cutting down their salaries, a lot of things are happening, people are losing their job, but if I know the money is not coming so much, we should cut down. If it's 3 square meals, you take chicken 3 times, maybe you reduce it to 2 and substitute with fish for the third meal. So I think it's something people need to really talk about, because it's affecting a lot of homes. Is.
I mean, if I know that
African mentality,
if I know that you bring home a 6-figure salary and I'm here suffering, I would not understand.
Definitely not. And most of those people, they go out there to spend on other people, do a lot of things out there.
Let me know the situation, right? Okay. Sounds fair enough, but I want to know if that applies to you, and if you beg to differ, call me up on 070-6263-9275. That is 070-6263-9275. Would your wife know every financial detail to the cover about you? Hello?
Good afternoon, Kiki and Amazing.
And
good afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. And it's okay.
It's okay.
Good afternoon. I'm fine.
Good afternoon, JJ.
Good afternoon. The show today is Women Wednesday, and today you can jealousy this, that,
yes, everything inclusive. And we can also ask you, does your wife know everything about your finances?
You have to ask me about my woman crush.
Okay,
I know.
We
already know her.
My woman crush is no other person than the Niger Delta cowgirl.
Wow, serious? All right, JJ, thank you so much. Okay, so did you tell Iyawo everything, or you're hiding small?
Me and my sweet Chocomilo wife.
I'm jealous.
I'm telling you. Oh, you people have a joint account?
Yes, we are one. Of us are one, because the Bible said that when the man leaves his parents and when the woman leaves her parents, both of them will be one.
True.
So everything we do in the house, in the family, both our children, we are one. So my wife knows about me, and I know about her, about our monetical aspect. We have to plan it together. You know, this time we are now is a time of structural adjustment.
Definitely,
and, we
economic
have to
adjustment
adjust in some areas.
Yeah.
And if two of us agree, we continue.
So you don't have any secret stash somewhere that she doesn't know about?
There is no secret. There is no secret in our
Wow.
cupboard. Every person
Thumbs up,
is open-minded
JJ.
in the family.
Interesting. All right. Thank you so much, JJ, for
Thank
that
you
one.
very much, Kiki.
You're welcome, JJ. Hello. Good afternoon. What's your name? What's going on there? JJ, nice one. All right. I want to know how many people actually are bold enough to go all out.
Like you said, I think people really need to be open this period, Kiki, because if you are not open, it will cause a lot of quarrels in the house because she's expecting so much and little is coming. So, but if she knows a lot about if the man knows a lot about the wife's finances, it will really help a lot to better things in the home.
Hello.
Hello?
Hi. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Good afternoon. My name is Viva.
Good afternoon, Viva.
How are you doing?
We're fine, thank you. Viva, who is your woman crush for today?
Woman crush?
Yes.
And this Rita Dominic.
Are you serious? You want to marry her?
That girl, I took love that girl, really.
See problem. Go and marry her now. She might agree for you now. You don't know.
No, Martina.
It's all right. So, Viva, are you? If you and Rita Dominic end up getting married, are you going to open your heart and your account balance for her?
No. I disagree with that too.
Talk to me. Why?
Okay, you see, let me tell you. You know they say the only thing is change. Constant thing is change.
Yeah.
So maybe she can change her mind someday to use the money to do anything else. Now you understand women now.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah, of course.
If you know your wife, anything really. She does is not waste now. What?
No, I know she's not waste, but
everything's
going to be like 50-50.
If she buys shoe,
it's going to be like 50-50.
See, if she used the money to buy shoe for herself and she's happy, if she's happy, you are happy.
I know, but not all the time now. You know, ladies now, they do take something serious.
But that's why you have your numbers to be alerted whenever there's a withdrawal. If you notice there's a withdrawal, you should be able to call your wife. See, so some money went out from my account. What did you do with it? You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
No,
so can you play me any good music?
It's not yet time.
It's not time.
Call by 2 p.m. Try again later.
Oh my God, just try now, please. Now. I want to hear any lovely music by Michael Jackson.
Michael Jackson again today. You're lucky he's a legend. No, wala.
Okay.
All right. Bye. He's not here for it. Or he doesn't want to hear. Me, I'm even of the opinion of it's not even about the joint account. It's more of her knowing, right? Even though it's not a joint account, would you tell her that my account balance is 1.5 million? No. It's 10.2 million. No.
It's very rare. It's very rare in this part of the world.
I'm more interested in when the person has a lot of money. I think it's easier to say, yeah, me, no money, oh, see. But when there's plenty money, will you tell her if you have like 100
It's only when there's no money, they open up, Kiki. It's really, it's that annoying.
Seriously. Hello?
Hello. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon. What's your name?
Aaron's good.
Aaron's Gold, my man. Long time. How you doing now?
Okay.
So, step away from your radio now.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with your woman
Well,
crush.
everything on my own. Say what?
Let's start with your woman crush.
My woman crush is my wife.
Of course.
Oh, nice.
So, does your woman crush know your bank account balance?
Yes. She knows everything about my financial dealings.
Every single detail.
She has your ATM and your PIN, ba?
Huh?
She has your ATM and your PIN.
Anna.
She has a passport to everything. That has a password about me.
Oh, nice.
Look at that. How cute is that? No problem. So, I mean, she has it, but can you just say, I take this card and go and shop and...
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. Okay, no problem. Wow, thank you so much for sharing.
Kiki, I'm looking forward to a lady calling and owning not to all these things these men are telling us.
I know. Ladies,
please,
call
people should call us. Why those who their husbands have called us? Call back. We want to hear from you.
Oh yeah, Judge's wife, call us. Aaron's Gold wife, call us.
Please. We want to hear.
All right, guys. 07062639275. Hello.
Okay, hello.
Aha. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Okay, my name is Damola.
All right, Damola. Are you still close to your radio? Can you step back a bit?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I've reduced the volume. That's fine. I'm in the car. For some funny reason, the radio is not going up, but I've reduced the volume.
Okay. All right.
Is it fine?
Oh no, not. Oh dear.
Yeah. It's not fine.
No, if you can reduce it so much.
Or just off it.
She says
It's not going up. That's the thing. It has a fault. Is it fine now?
All right, let's try.
Okay.
So, are you married?
Okay, so I think it's good for couples to know their financial information. I mean, you probably need to know. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, so you probably need to know what your husband is earning. I think that's just basic.
Mm-hmm.
What the wife is earning, I think that's also basic.
Okay.
So that you both can know the kind of life you can afford.
Yeah.
You don't want to live in an illusion. You want to know what we get at the end of the month, or what we get at the end of the year, or whatever it is. So you know what you can afford. You're making requests within a certain limit.
But that's like an overview. But knowing assets and secret stashes.
All those ones, so you have to know. I mean, why all the secrecy? I don't get it anyway. If this person is your wife, except if it's a boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. But if you guys are husband and wife, like basically, really, what's there to hide? Come on, you guys have kids together.
Sure.
And it's even good. I mean, in case of the demise of any one of them. You help knowing what to do next, because nobody can just come up and say, some family cannot come and say you're taking hold of something. The wife has everything. You both can do your things separately. You don't have to do things in your husband's name. You don't have to do joint asset purchases.
Exactly.
You can do asset purchases in individual names, but know what this person has. I think that's just very, very basic. It's very basic. You could even have access to your husband. I don't know. I left the radio at some point. You can have access to your husband's ATM cards, internet banking passwords. Those are not big deal because you get an alert now. So if your wife is messing up with your, it's a lot of trust.
Sure.
If you trust your spouse, you give this person, and you trust the person not to take your ATM and go and withdraw without your permission. That's ridiculous. Who would go and take
even if they withdraw without your permission, they should have cogent reasons why they did that.
Exactly.
People withdraw without the person's permission. Whatever emergency that wants to come up, is either the husband is the one that is the emergency.
Yeah.
So that's probably the only reason why you can't take his permission, because he's probably laying unconscious or somewhere.
Wow.
But if your husband or your wife has a phone that you can reach him on and you have access to his ATM card, hey,
by all means,
I need 10K for this thing, I need 5K for this thing. Can I take your card? Yes. No. And why would your husband even say no? So, if he knows he can afford it. So really, I think it's about assessing our relationships and assessing. I give my husband my ATM card. Take, let me withdraw money.
When you're coming, me too.
Yeah, when you're coming, take.
True.
It's just normal, and we should reevaluate our relationships. How we define our relationships, the kind of examples we are setting for our children. There's some level of openness that the children should also see. When my parents were working, I knew what they were earning.
Wow.
So you learned a lot from them.
Yeah, I can totally relate to what you
I know the details of their own financial transactions. I'm wondering, why would the husband be hiding when I know what my father is earning, I know what my mother is earning, I know how they do their transactions.
Sure.
I think it's just basic. It boils down to let's reevaluate our relationships. Fine, there may be bad people, but there may be bad people who are out, but you shouldn't even probably be with that kind of person anyway. So if you don't trust this person with your finances, then you probably shouldn't even be with the person. I think it's just that simple.
All right.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you so much, Damola, for all that. She just hit the nail on the head, right?
She actually said a lot.
Mm-hmm. But I still know there are people who would still disagree. I think there's even a saying, I don't know who made it a saying. You know how people just come up with things and say it's a saying, like, I don't know, something about a man shouldn't let another human know everything about him. It gives you some level of
your husband or your
respect
wife
or something. It's crazy. All right, no problem. You can join the conversation on Twitter at KUFM Nigeria. That's one word at KUFM Nigeria. News around the world is coming at 1 p.m. We got to go back to the music. Kiss Daniel is coming up with Mama. We'll be with you shortly.
It's Young John, the wicked producer.
Feel the mama. You know I like you so. See, yeah, cherish you. I stand for you. I won't lie to you, but I feel like for you. In the night, girl, I'm down for you. Oh, you talk to me, oh mama. Free, oh, balance for me, die, oh, with you, baby. Oh, I think I find it in you. Oh, I think I find it in you. See, if I'm to choose, girl, I choose you. If I'm to lose, girl, I want to lose with you. They say that taboo, but girl, I see truth in you. She walk on it for me. Do you really care? Show the bomb for me, baby. Show me in the town. To be sincere, I will do almost anything for you. Anything for you. Yeah, cherish you. I stand for you. I won't lie to you, but I feel like for you. In the night, girl, I'm down for you. Find it in you. All I seek, I find it in you. God, if I'm to shoot, girl, I'll shoot for you. Ain't gonna kill, baby, just a bullet wound. Prayed about you last night, you get married. Yeah, I'm a mama lion. If you buy infinity, would you buy for me, oh? When I make activity, would you come for me, oh? Step into the light and let me see your face. See your face. Come true. Yeah, cherish you. I stand for you. I won't lie to you, but I feel like for you. In the night, girl, I'm down for you. Girl, I'm down. Oh, you talk to me, oh mama. Free, oh. Baby, all I seek, I find it in you. 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 Show a kiss. Surely on for me. Fado. say me ghetto boy blow. Oh yeah me, some I'm bad for them. Tell them say run for them. Sugar boy, give them the run. And you know I will live for the party, for nobody. We live for the party. Oh Lord have mercy, we live for the party. No send nobody. I say we live for the party. Oh Lord have mercy. Hola, hola, we popping bottles. We making noise. Hola, hola, I hear me bubble. Hola, hola, select. Remember, only go bubble you. She go use me back on. Get along, only go bubble you. I say no use me back on. You see tonight, me can't bother about nothing. This life, I cannot kill myself, nothing. Lady tonight, are you sure you can take this low? DJ jam the song, all my people sing along. We live for the party, for nobody. We live for the party. Oh Lord have mercy, we live for the party. No send no. I say we live for the party. Oh Lord have mercy. Hola, hola, we popping bottles. We making noise. Hola, hola, I hear me bubble. Hola, hola, select. They make my bubble. Money no bubble me. Money go use me back on. Get along, money no bubble me. I say no use me back on.
92.7 KUFM.
Sugar boy, yeah. It's G worldwide. Emperor Jesus. You see now we worldwide. Hey, you wait for
92.7
FM.
92.7 KUFM News.
We are live from Benin City to the world.
This is 92.7 KUFM News around the world.
The time is 1 p.m. Good afternoon and welcome to KUFM News around the world. First, the headlines. UK Prime Minister to chair Chequers brainstorm. Islamic State chief strategist killed in Aleppo. Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff faces final impeachment vote. Details of these and more after this break. I am Nkira MORDI. United Kingdom's Prime Minister Theresa May is to chair a meeting of her cabinet at Chequers to discuss UK's approach to leaving the EU and its objectives and future negotiations. The Prime Minister and senior ministers will gather together to debate the way forward amid reports of tensions and divergent priorities among key figures. Those present will include David Davis, Boris Johnson and Liam Fox, each of whose departments is focused on Brexit. Recall that May said talks with the rest of EU will begin this year. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry said on Wednesday called on China and the Philippines to abide by an international tribunal's decision on the disputed South China Sea region. Kerry made the remark ahead of the G20 summit scheduled to hold in China on September 4th and 5th to be attended by global leaders. The U.S. Secretary of State said Beijing wants to use the meeting in the tourist hub of Hangzhou to lay out a broad strategy for global growth, but talks are likely to be overshadowed by arguments over everything from territorial dispute to protectionism. U.S. Republican candidate Donald Trump is to visit Mexican President Enrique Pena Nieto on Wednesday. Trump stated this on his Twitter handle, saying that he looks forward to meeting President Pena who has invited him, and Democrat Hillary Clinton. Trump has condemned Mexican migrants during his campaign and vowed to build a wall between the two countries. He will visit Mexico in between a fundraising event in California and his immigration speech in Phoenix, Arizona on Wednesday night. The chief strategist of the Islamic State group, whose calls for attacks against the West during Ramadan led to mass bloodshed, has been killed in Syria. Islamic State-affiliated media revealed that Abu Muhammad al-Adnani died in Aleppo province. The Pentagon said an airstrike had targeted Adnani in the town of Al-Bab, and the results were being assessed. The report of his death comes as the Islamic State group is suffering a series of military reverses in both Syria and Iraq. Brazil's Senate is expected to Brazil's Senate is expected to vote today on whether to permanently remove President Dilma Rousseff from power in the final act of an impeachment process that has divided the country. If a two-thirds majority of senators vote out Rousseff, as is widely anticipated, she will be dismissed. Rousseff was suspended in May after the Senate confirmed a lower house vote to send her to trial on charges that she broke budget laws. Since her suspension, Vice President Michel Temer took over as interim president. However, if the vote goes as predicted, Temer will be confirmed as Brazil's president for the rest of Rousseff's term, which ends in December 2018. And finally, in the news, Saudi Arabia's foreign minister on Wednesday said the Iranian-allied Houthi movement would not be allowed to take over Yemen, as he accused Iran of seeking to sow unrest around the region. This is as the head of Houthi-backed ruling council pledged readiness on Monday to resume negotiations on ending Yemen's war, but reserved the right to resist attacks by a Saudi-backed exiled government seeking to unseat it. UN-sponsored talks, which tried to end the 18 months of fighting, collapsed in failure this month when the Houthi movement and allied forces loyal to former President Ali Abdullah Saleh resumed shelling into neighboring Saudi Arabia. The talks failed after the Houthis and Saleh's General People's Congress announced the formation of a 10-member governing council on August 6th, ignoring a warning by UN Yemen envoy Ismail Ahmed that such a move would violate UN Security Council resolutions on how to solve the conflict. And that's KUFM News Around the World. But before we go, a quick recap of the headlines. UK Prime Minister to chair checkers brainstorm. Islamic State chief strategist killed in Aleppo. Brazilian President Dilma Rousseff faces final impeachment vote. Do remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. KUFM News Around the World was produced by Elijah Eligo. I am MORDI, saying thank you for listening.